Welcome to episode 9 of Flim Flam Films. Joining me today, like always, is the long-haired warrior himself, Zane Wilson, and
Hello.
I'm Stephen Mommy. Zane, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to be talking about John Wick, a more recent film. And
2014.
Oh yeah, it came out in 2014, and it was directed by Chad Stahelski, written by Derek Kolstad.
Nailed it.
And it had, there are 4 different producers, and I didn't want to write all the names down, but it had 4 producers.
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah, and it's starring the lovely Keanu Reeves as the titular John Wick.
Keanu.
Michael Nikiewicz as Vigo Tarasov,
Nailed it.
Alfie Allen as Yosef Tarasov, and Willem Dafoe as Marcus, among others.
Marcus, what a great full name.
Oh, yeah, so I think this is one of the more popular films we've talked about, or are going to talk about, and I think a lot of people are familiar with the premise of the movie. John Wick is a retired hitman, and his wife has recently passed away, and her last gift to him was a cute little beagle dog. And then a Russian mob boss's son comes and steals his car and kills his dog because he didn't want to sell his car to him, and then he gets back into it. What you doing there? Oh. Yes, and it was very sad, and John Wick's dog was killed.
Any dog death deserves a sad violin.
Yes, and he was going to get his revenge.
Oh, he will, and he shall.
Yes. So, Steven, how did you like this movie?
Man, let me tell you, I love
Or
this.
enjoy, rather.
I enjoyed it. I loved it. This film is one of the best action films that I've seen in a while.
That's a very popular opinion that a lot of people say about this film.
Yeah, it's great. What is it? Choreography, or as when I was looking at an article from William Dafoe, he liked to call it the gun fu.
Yes,
that they use.
gun kata.
Yeah, gun kata. Yes, great. It's very excellent. Yeah, John Wick. He had around 80 kills in the first one, which is a high body count for any movie. And then also Keanu did a lot of his own stunts.
Hey man, he's Keanu. He's the best.
Yeah, Matrix, the John.
Speed.
Yeah, legend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great guy. But
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Just want to throw that one in there real quick.
No, I love Keanu, and I love John Wick. There's really nothing more I can say on.
Oh, nice and simple, huh?
Nice and simple.
All right.
I loved just about everything.
I'll say when this film originally came out, I went to see it in theaters, and I feel like a lot of people, they were just expecting just another Keanu Reeves kind of okay action film, like 47 Ronin that came out like a year or two before this, which was a terrible Keanu Reeves movie. I went and saw that in theaters too, and that was not good. But I was gladly surprised by this film, and in a lot of ways. Like you said, the action was very great, and I liked all the gunplay and all that. But I also enjoyed a lot of the funnier moments.
Oh yeah.
Like at the beginning when the initial crew of hitmen are sent to his house to get rid of him, and he kills all of them, and then that police officer comes up and he's like, you working again, John?
Just figuring some stuff out.
Yeah, just figuring some stuff out.
Oh no, the jokes, for an action movie, they had a decent amount of one-liners. Mm-hmm. Some good one-liners, and that was excellent.
Yeah. One thing, just a small note. I'm not a car person, but I really liked his Mustang that he had in the beginning of the film.
I feel like everybody did want to steal his car, but at the end of the film, you're like, as long as I don't kill his dog, he might let me get away with it.
Oh yeah, and also, I didn't write his name down, but the disaster guy that plays, the disaster guy in the insurance commercials, could be disaster like me.
Lawyer, isn't
yeah, he's the mob boss's lawyer. I thought it was so funny to me because I'd never seen that actor in anything else besides those insurance commercials, and it was just I couldn't stop laughing when I saw him on this in the movie, even though it was serious at some parts.
No, it was really good though. He did great acting. All the acting was well. Everybody did a great job.
The acting was well.
Well, yeah. Can't speak today,
Yeah.
It's one day.
Well, I also wanted to say that I like the one aspect of the film that I like is it always feels like the movie's progressing. Like there are never really any
pace.
slow moments. There's always something happening.
No, and the only slow moments I would say are at the very beginning of the film, and that's just building up to it, leading up.
And also,
and then it's just action.
Yeah, and this isn't a very complicated movie. It's when you come down, it's just a simple revenge tale, but it's about a dog and not a person.
Well, I mean, the dog is.
I know it's like it's like a symbol.
Yeah.
Of the last thing that his wife gave him, but even though it's just like a simple revenge movie, it does it really well.
Yeah. So well that John Wick 3, is it the final chapter or is it just John Wick 3?
I haven't read anything about the third one, so I don't know if this is going to be planned to be the final movie, and I'm using air quotes final movie because this makes a lot of money. They'll inevitably make another one or something like that a few years from now, or just wait a little bit and then make another one, because I was actually surprised at how quickly the second one was announced and came out just like 3 years later, and then the turnaround for the third one was even
also
quicker.
Great. They had I think the body count for that one was like 128-ish.
Yeah, and I haven't seen John Wick 2, but I want to. But even after that, like the third one's coming out this year, and the second one only came out 2 years ago, and to me it seems like yesterday that the second one just came out. So,
but yeah, you definitely need to watch the second one.
Yeah, I plan to. Just I don't know when.
That's fair.
Yeah. So what was did you have a favorite moment in the film?
There's a lot of good moments. A lot of them are action moments. A lot of them. I just like. I don't really have a favorite moment, but I do. I think William Dafoe's my favorite character. Marcus. Marcus to me he's kind of like the mentor of John in a way.
Well, he was like his mentor in the past.
Yeah. So Marcus to me is he's just a funny guy. All of the scenes that he takes place in are just flawless. I think William Dafoe kills
flawless.
it.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, he kills it.
Oh,
unintended, kills it.
Oh, haha, so funny. What?
Got
of course. There's another thing that I just remembered that I wanted to bring up, and that's the Continental, the hotel that
oh yes,
that hitmen and other people like that can stay at because no business is allowed there.
And by business, no killing other people.
Yeah, I really thought that was fun and stuff because it's like a nice little piece of like world building, because it made it like, you know, obviously this movie isn't very like realistic.
Not super realistic.
But like that, it being in the movie kind of made it seem like almost like a comic booky to me in a way, where there was like this special place that you can't kill any other one else at. It was kind of cool, and like the whole thing with like the gold coins that they exchanged and all that. That was really cool. Yeah. Oh.
What's the one guy, the owner of the hotel, the Continental? What is his name?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but what were you going to say about him?
Oh, he's also a very good character. I know you haven't seen number 2, but...
Oh, does he have a more prominent role in that one?
He has more, yeah, he's a bigger role in number 2. In 3, I believe he's also going to be a bigger role, so...
All right, cool.
Yeah.
For me, though, back to like one of my favorite parts of the film is when he goes to... I believe it's called the Red Circle, the nightclub.
Yes.
That he goes to.
I believe that's
to find Yosef. Yeah.
Let's check.
That whole scene, that fight scene or gunfight that goes throughout the nightclub is probably my favorite part of the movie, because especially there's one specific part where John Wick gets thrown over this balcony by this really big burly guy. And the first time I saw it, I was taken aback because the sound design and like the impact of him hitting that hard like tile floor, you really felt it, and it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, the Red Circle is the club.
Ah, I was right.
So, if you guys want more information about the kill count, we use this. Just go onto Google and type John Wick kill count, and it's a great website. It literally tells you where all the kills take place, his accuracy, what he uses to kill everyone, and it's great. So in the Red Circle, there was 28 kills, 23 headshots. John Wick had an accuracy of 83%. He shot, what was that, 65 times.
Interesting.
And that's also the that's the highest kill count in one place, if I can speak correctly.
That's so amazing, Steven. Thank you for letting us know.
Hey, that's very important in action movies.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, Steven, overall, how did you feel about this film? How would you summarize it? Your feelings?
How would I summarize my feelings? Well, when I first watched John Wick, it was not in theaters like you. My dad brought it home. We all watched it with, dinner. Probably had like pizza or something. So I went in with no expectations, and I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
Yeah. A couple more quick things that I'd like to say about the film is that, one, it's already has a few bonus points, or a few brownie points, I should say, because it has Keanu Reeves. It's the Keanu factor. To me, any movie that Keanu Reeves is in gets a little bit of credit because he's great. I just love Keanu Reeves.
What's the first film you watched Keanu in?
Oh, Matrix.
Matrix?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then probably like Constantine was the second one. But yeah, we don't need to talk about Constantine.
It's a good factor. The Keanu.
I mean, I enjoyed Constantine, but that's another movie entirely.
And he has a great name. One of the best.
Oh yeah. So, Steven, what kind of food is this like to you?
To me, Zane, I'm torn between two things for this film.
What are they?
This film is either you ever go to a hibachi place and they cook in front of you?
Yeah.
So to me, the film's almost like that. So like you start out in the film and it's kind of slow. You're waiting for the tables. when it's leading up, like him getting
like every restaurant.
Yeah, but you have more anticipation because like you've heard the rumors about how crazy everything gets, right? And about the show, about the chefs put on for you, and then you're waiting. And then the dog dies, and you're real sad, and you're bummed about it. And that's like the first piece of shrimp that the chef throws, and you miss it, right? So you're kind of sad. But at the end of the day,
you're skipping a lot. You're skipping the soup and the rice and the vegetables.
Forget that. He cooks this wonderful masterpiece full of action, and to me, that's how the film is. It's
Interesting.
More of a hibachi effect.
Yeah. Well, I'd say a cut down hibachi effect. Because you skipped like half of it.
Okay, yeah, but
the second half of the hibachi.
I'm more of a highlight.
It was better.
Guy.
Your comparison was more apt than last week.
I stand by toast. Okay, it's the most logical food.
Like I said, I love toast just as much as the next guy.
No,
but comparison was awful.
You're awful.
Well, we'll let the listeners decide that.
Well, none of them will comment, so I obviously won. I'll comment on like a third account. I'm just kidding.
So, to me,
but if they do want to comment, they can actually start giving us film suggestions if they want.
Hey, I'm trying to.
I'm sorry, man. But Zane, real quick, just a question for you. What would you relate this film to?
That's what I was about to talk about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Please go on.
So, to me, this movie is like vanilla ice cream, but it gets better than that, right? So you think you have some vanilla ice cream. So you're like, oh yeah, it's vanilla, nothing new, nothing exciting, but it's vanilla. You always like vanilla. Start eating it, and then on like the third or fourth bite, wait, what's that? That's an Oreo. You're actually eating Oreo ice cream. That just made it way better. It surpassed your expectations because your expectations were practically nil. And then you just eat the rest of it because you really enjoy it. It doesn't do anything new, but it's cookies and cream, man. It's awesome. Well, that's how I kind of think about this movie.
That's how you think about it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This might be super far-fetched. Is that also because Keanu Reeves is in it? Like most of his films, they're just like ice cream eating. Has that wow factor?
No, the Keanu factor is different entirely.
And then the action is like the Oreos.
No, nothing too specific like that.
Oh.
Just in general, the whole movie.
Okay, I was just wondering. Yeah. So Zane.
Yes.
Next week. Yeah, if I can think, we're actually gonna have the Real Easy Show on with us.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk by their request. Super bad.
one of the greatest films ever.
One of the greatest.
Well,
films.
maybe not. I take it back. Not one of the greatest films ever, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be a blast. It will be the first time we've had other people on the show other than
Yes, this will
me
be
and
a
Zane.
this will be a first guest episode.
Yep. First, not our last, hopefully. Also, it will be historic number 10. A lot of people will go historic number 100, but we're setting our goals small, Zane.
I know you guys can't see this, but I rolled my eyes in the back of my head at Steven just now.
Yeah,
So
it's okay though. He loves me.
I have to.
Well, Zane, is that it for this week?
Yeah, I guess that's it. We both thoroughly recommend John Wick. It's highly enjoyable. Good popcorn flick as well.
It deserves a round of applause.
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody.